The Kwaraso Onion Market is the biggest in the Ashanti region. At least 30 trucks, each carting about 330 bags of onions, are offloaded at the beginning of every week. On a typical day at the market, 5 trucks are offloading onions at the market. Truck driver Mohammed Salisu was stranded carting onions on the border for a week. He says it took intervention of Ghana's embassy to the landlocked country to get access for the trucks bound for Ghana.
Obio 11, 10, Missouri and Okore, Mibahon 1 week, pepe.
Some trucks have been on the border for 10 to 12 days. I stayed there for just a week.
Masajai. As Obiano, just a yene fra, your friend say, Ghana ambassador, no, your secretary, no, a pepini. You only number.
We had to call the Ghana ambassador's office, who sent a delegation to the border. The ambassador also came the following day to resolve the issue.
1 week, pepe, and I know Kasankasa Baho, no Ababe Kasa, Niger for Mama, ne Ulu.
Mumuni Abdullahi, who was bound for Niger, had to divert his route to Nigeria to get onions after being stranded at the Benin borders for days.
We spent days on the border, so we had to change our destination to Nigeria to get some onions.
Video footage available to Joy News shows hundreds of trucks carting onions stranded at the border. The content of the trucks are already rotting away. Some of the trucks are offloading the onions for local traders. About 100 trucks expected to deliver onions to the Kwaraso market are locked up in Niger for many days. Each truck is transporting at least 300 bags of onions at the cost of 1,500 cedis each. An estimated 45 million cedis worth of onions remain locked up at the border for fear of terrorist activities. At the Niger-Burkina Faso borders, the route is not an option for the truck drivers. Mohammed Amidou, early morning, received 350 bags of onions he had imported. After opening the sacks, most of them were rotten, forcing him to sell the little he could salvage for 200 cedis per bag instead of 1,500 cedis.
We can't do anything. We look up to God now. I will have to search for a loan to help me get back into business. If I don't get a loan, we thank God.
Many importers at the onion market count their loss. Mumuni Alabila has 2 trucks of onions locked up in Niger. It is unclear when these trucks will get to cross the border. He wants the ECOWAS to find a solution to the present situation.
We the onion traders, we are get a bank loan and doing our business. When the cars block over there, it affected us more. So as now we don't know what we are going to do. We are appealing the government to do what he will do and get our goods to come. Some of our goods, it's fall over there. About 2 weeks now. So when we are here, some of the tourists are here now. Some of us, they are in hospital. 2 of my brothers, they are in hospital because of their money collapsed over there.
The onion retailers who have purchased the bags offloaded in the morning dip their hands through the onions poured on the ground in search for those in best shape. They find it difficult retrieving the good ones.
They are all rotten. We have paid them already. We pay for the onions before we get the opportunity to open the sacks. So we are incurring losses.
School fees kurayenya. Ugoto jene kwenye yakotoa ni aboka yesu adwuma bia. We ya ni adwuma ayeye.
Ba me fa bato 5. So jene ni omo ya no magisika na ansa no omo gisika na ansa no mo di jene.
I bought 5 sacks and they are all rotten. If this continues like this, how do we take care of our children?
Wa yenye bi ni ye menni e fa nto bibi ni e kan ko an ye bo na se wanya osika kakra bi da wa na wakofa de ahyem na da ba betua omo ka.
According to the traders, the locally cultivated onions are least preferred by consumers for diverse reasons. Some have nicknamed it Sobolo due to the red color. Here are other reasons some consumers shy away from the local variety.
Papa me so akwachima na we dia me mpe jene be nie jene ucha ya na me say jene we na wo we na debi.
It was very difficult to sell the local onions. The customers kept complaining.
Mana me say me say bra me sundane mana me sui na me say rade mo na yento me jene ma me enka kran sa na jene nitimi ye den esa ma me enti na ma adwen say we ni do mesia aka ho asem no the customer ko bi obi ase wo mpe.
Until this situation is curtailed, probably there's time to be shortage of onions on the market. For Joy News, Nana Aljima reporting.